We're now going to be joined by Rachel, who leads a Starfish project, which is particularly around hosting people from Ukraine as well. So welcome, Rachel. It's really good to have you with us tonight. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in Hillsborough in Northern Ireland.
Ah, very good. Great. Well, where I hear Hillsborough, I think Sheffield. So it's great to clarify that. Great. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Starfish Ukraine project and how it came about?
I can. So Starfish, this time last year, we didn't exist. We're just a group of volunteers who saw a need at the start of the Ukrainian war and responded to that. So I guess in summary, we're just a matching service that helps Ukrainians who are looking for homes find safe homes in the UK. We noticed early on that there was a gap. People wanted to host and they didn't know how to do it. So we've kind of been standing in that gap. Our vision was specifically to place Ukrainians into Christian homes as much as possible and to place them into communities where they would be supported and loved and meet other Ukrainians as the number of Ukrainians increased. So we've developed quite a big support network for both the hosts and the Ukrainians. And we've worked really, really hard to try and match people well so that the placement would work and it wouldn't break down. So most of them have been pretty successful. It came about because of my ministry in Ukraine over the last 20 years. And when the war broke out, I was praying about how I could help. And I was just really challenged when I saw the pictures of the Ukrainians fleeing. So initially, through Christian contacts, we placed people into the south of Ireland, where there were no visa requirements. But then as Homes for Ukraine opened up, we started to place people into homes in Northern Ireland and then some into Scotland and England as well.
Fantastic. So I imagine that the last 12 months have been quite a whirlwind for you, and probably quite a roller coaster as well. So can you give us a glimpse of what the last 12 months has looked like for you?
I can try. So as I said, this time last year, I was working as a vet in small animal practice, but I stopped at the end of March. And then this has really just sort of taken over my life since then. So my family hosted 5 Ukrainians ourselves. So that was one element that was very busy, but it was a really good way to understand what the other hosts were going through and all the difficulties. So it's just been a massively steep learning curve. We've learned about visas and transport and moving people sort of to safe places across Eastern Europe on their way, communicating with the Ukrainians and the hosts, just building a big network of volunteers. We have about 20 people and we're all just volunteers, people who've built websites for us, transported people from airports, things like that. So yeah, it's been quite emotional. We've seen highs and lows. We've supported people through peaks and troughs. We've used our initiative, taken risks, but we've seen God answer prayers in an amazing way. So it's been really worthwhile.
Fantastic. That's great. And I imagine that the needs continue now, even 12 months in. So what does it look like at the moment? What are some of your current needs?
Yeah, I think we all thought this sort of last February would be over in 6 months, and obviously it's not. So we need more hosts. We have approximately 50 people on our list wanting to come. Somebody else mentioned bigger families. They're harder to host. The people have even bought homes for them here, which has been amazing. So yeah, new placement homes and then moving on homes. So again, people have been really good to give homes at low cost to some of these families, but that's something that we're really trying to work on. And something else.
By new placement homes, you mean new people arriving in the UK?
Yeah. So we need people that will take new Ukrainians and then people that will help them to move on into independent accommodation.
Yeah, great.
And we need visas to come through. Yeah, because we have homes sitting waiting for some of these families and the visas aren't coming through.
Yeah, so some people are particularly motivated by the Ukrainian war and helping Ukrainian refugees in particular. So this is one way to help specifically Ukrainians. As we heard from Paul, that there are other There are other needs as well with other refugee groups who are in need of hosts, but for those who want, who are interested in hosting Ukrainians, this is one way of doing that. So it's great to have you part of the Welcome Homes project as well. So what would you say to somebody who is considering hosting a refugee family?
I would say, yeah, it's not going to all be easy, but I think it is really worthwhile. There's a really good biblical mandate for welcoming the stranger. And I think you'll be amazed what a blessing you'll be and how blessed you will be. I would just say go into it with an open mind, be flexible, be prepared to be challenged, take all the help you can get, and just explore the options and go for it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Rachel, and well done for all you've done in the last year as well. It's been great to see your journey, and everyone that you've been able to help in the last year has been phenomenal as well. Thank you.